Hello, my name is Jeffrey. I'm from Taiwan. We are NexCOM group. We call NexCOBOT. We do IPC also. We do a lot of the controller with different things. We have a CNC controller. We have a robot controller. So today my present will based on EtherCAT solution. We try to provide the total solution for the customer in order for them to start from the hardware, move to software, and put their application into their control system. So we provide the motherboard. Also, we provide the system. Inside the system, we have all the component. All the component. Also, we have a onboard SSD. We have a memory. We have the OS, and also we have a I/O too. With the EtherCAT, we have our own EtherCAT master. We develop our own EtherCAT master based on Windows and Linux. With Windows, we have a real-time OS with RTX and in-time. These two real-time OS. The reason that EtherCAT must have the real-time because we need the domestic real-time to put the EtherCAT protocol translate to the older server drive and I/O. With Windows, our EtherCAT master, we develop our own EtherCAT drive with a LAN driver, with a NexAutos, with a Linux base. We have also develop our own LAN driver too. On top of the driver, we put our own algorithm with a CNC machine, their own algorithm, and a robot algorithm inside of the machine. So for the robot control, we provide the customer the UI for them to easy to develop their own robot control. So we support different type of robot with the SCARA, Delta, and 6-axis, 7-axis, different type of, even the wafer robot too. So you can see our software inside. We have a UI, and also we have a teach pendant. We do the cabinet. Also, we have a lot of application with the CAT to motion, and we have conveyor tracking, different application to use. And on top of that, we also provide the SCB, we call the Functional Safety Control Board. I think we are the first x86 motherboard. We co-work with the Intel to develop this motherboard for the CO2 and CO3. So you can see that our target user will be based on the AMR robot PLC manufacturer. We do the production machine builder. Also, we use the local distributor to distribute our software too. This is one of the cases that in Taiwan, our customer is doing the EDM machine with their Linux base. Before, they spent 3 years to develop their own Linux real-time. But they're facing the issue is they need to do the performance with the hardware. So we do you can see the timer period with the 1 millisecond. Right now the latency was less than 30 microseconds, but we can do the time period with the 200 microseconds. The jitter is less than 30 microseconds too. And this is the case that we use our NexAutos utility to connect to the server drive and the I/O. With our I/O, is regular, we use a back-off chip. So once we use the back-off chip, it's easy to connect to our control system. So the user they just need to do their own algorithm with the HMI application. They connect to the motor and I/O application. They use our EtherCAT method application to develop their own control. This is the case that we developed the functional safety board. With the left side, we work with the Intel. We have an Intel base x86. We also do the server drive with the Synapticon, this server drive tab. So we build up the whole solution for the functional safety board. So even the hardware we do, we also do the software with the CO3, with the NexAutos. With the Autos, we work with the CO3 Autos. We have a QNX. We also with the RTS, this hypervisor real-time OS. So that's our board. We also make the system for the GRC tool, this robot control software inside. There's other case that we use access lighting labeling machine. Use total, I think the total server drive is more than 24 axes, and the I/O is around 15 different type of I/O with digital I/O, analog I/O, and relay I/O. And all connect to one machine. And this we only use one controller. We can support up to 64 axes, and this we can do the deterministic time with 250 microseconds. That's the case with the conveyor. We also use the robot to connect to all their production machine. So we can see a lot of AGV, robot, and also the conveyor. So we use one of the one controller to connect all different devices with the one single controller. We also provide the TP with the robot, so you can see that one controller can connect to the TP, EtherCAT I/O, and also the server drive. And in one studio, our NexMotion studio. The reason that a lot of people, traditional people, they use the motion card to develop their own machine. But you can see that if you use EtherCAT, you can save a lot of time and cost with the EtherCAT because everything is connected into the LAN. That's the education case. Inside of this is a production line. We put this in a school. So we build this for the school to assemble our IPC system. So we build up this robot assemble system with all the conveyor and also the robot and also the AGV together. And that's all in one single control. That's the coffee machine. So that's just a case that EtherCAT can do a lot of things with the control system, not just use on the only machine. They can do on the robot, they can do on different type of the server drive, different type of the conveyor, also the CNC system too. So that's the brief case that we do the total solution for the customer to provide the whole solution. Thank you.